Hey everyone, Varel here, Flow Roofing in West Lynn. Actually, where I'm most surprised to find what we're looking at here. And nice, they say 7-story drop off on the back, but it's 4. So a little dramatization. But seeing some massive issues here. So this roof here recently replaced due to a leak claim that they were having. Tenant occupied space notified before we got here, because that's the way you do it in Oregon and Washington. But they're still having some issues, and it's all resurfacing, and it's down below that post, which isn't necessarily the only culprit. It's definitely one of them. Why they have flashings running vertically up with the trim board and not have it be stepped, probably because they didn't know how to roof and they only did the siding, and then they half-assed tacked the wood up as a cap, slapped some paint on it. There's some flashing and some waterproofing under there. It's kind of sketchy. This is a recent repair in a place like West Lynn. And we got, shingles for hip and ridge cap. We've got more failing cap wood. No finished paint or seals on the nails. I'm not a siding guy, but I know those are supposed to be sealed. We've got grommeted screws going through the roof where the step flashing should be. They might not have issues there right now, but I can tell we've got ourselves a Tommy tank top afoot. Going inside to the house, this tiled area wasn't part of the issue, but they're having leaks in the drywall. It's starting to crack, so that's going to have to be addressed. I'm not sure what the thought process is. This is obviously old, and maybe they were just like, oh well, this is the old flashing, we should just copy it because that's what it is over here. We'll just do it over there. And I guarantee you that that's what they were thinking. Let's just do what's already existing instead of actually probably just replace the roof so you can flash the whole thing around the perimeter. So you have to put your investigator hat on, just because this is so strange. This is the garage section, and they built this like parapet wall because they didn't want to see the roof. They didn't want the roof to look normal, and now they've got all these issues. The siding, the cap metal, the lack thereof, the water damage, the rot, the lack of maintenance, the ventilation issues, the sketchy materials, the unorthodox approach to the flashing detail, shingle damages, the tile itself. Hard to say where that water's coming from, but we're not going to be able to, the gutter's not even hitting the drip there. There's some stuff I saw on the front too that I was a little worried about with the flashing detail and the finish work. So this is a local realtor that's asking for help here, and I mean, there's so much rot everywhere and so little finish work that I feel like this is not every time this happens, but this might be where we draw the line. Aaron, one of our inspectors, like, hey, can you come take a look at this? This is looking pretty bad, and now I kind of understand why, but this might be a project where we actually walk away, because there are some pre-existing conditions here. I mean, the only way we could stand by this building at all is to redo the entire thing, and they're not going to want to do that. So unfortunately, that's where the standards are going to be. There's no repairs here allowed when there's so much questionable workmanship, unfortunately. So property manager is going to have that conversation with the owner. I mean, these are our flow standards here. Like, I'm not going to put all of our hard work on the line to try to save someone a buck. This is just fucking terrible. Okay. Like, someone just doesn't even care about their building. Actually, all of the siding there, I know they're supposed to be flashing on top of those windows, and I don't see any. So we're going to be calling up some of our siding vendors. We've got a couple pretty good connections around Portland now because we've run into this stuff, but this is like some of the worst I've seen in a long time, and there's just no way you can warranty anything like this. Even just the interior trim wasn't properly finished. I can tell it's just not sealed. This whole building possibly has an organic growth issue, which I don't want to scare anyone at all, but I just feel it in my bones. I know it. This roof is fucked. So we'll have to get the clients on the horn, and I mean, I doubt that they'll even be able to go after their old contractor because the guy's probably fucking history. So, I mean, this is supposed to be covered up by an extra layer. It's pulling up. Well, hey, look, we did get a kick-out flashing there. That must have been someone's thought process. Oh, you don't have the kick-out flashing. But everything else they tried to do here, with exposed fasteners, pulled out drip edge, it's like someone didn't even want to just climb the ladder. They're like, fuck this, it's too tall. We had a couple random posts there replaced. Anyway, so I don't really feel super comfortable on the porch, really, but I think what they tried to do was some ice and water with some kick out on the siding, and then they kind of threw in the towel here, and we're like, oh, let's just take off a couple of these. They didn't want to be on the ladder. They didn't want to flash this in properly. This post actually doesn't even look like it has flashing. They just added this kick out flashing. And then we've got some other random flashings here, unsealed, untrustworthy. Holy shit. And then obviously this being the entry point where water can just come right in, and they're missing a downspout up top. It runs all the way down the siding. Of course, it's cracked right where they have this other siding repair, and it's running down because I bet you anything, a house this big on the back side of the foundation has settled a little bit. You can see some of the other cracks back there. What a cluster. We're gonna have to draw the line, I think. So you can see the rot on that rafter tail right there. Actually, now that I see it, it looks like it's got a couple layers. Okay. And then you can see some sort of siding. I don't even know if there's, oh yeah, that's raw OSB. There's no paper underneath that cap metal. Holy tamale. And then I didn't even show you guys, but on this other side is another faux parapet on top of the wall. Sorry, pup. Sorry, pup. I know. Who the hell is it? I'm sorry. It's okay, bud. It's okay. I'm sorry. And yeah. So part of why I know there's issues on the back side of these walls is how that shaded, we'll call it organic growth, seems to be lingering. Yeah, not good. So, alrighty, anyone want to take on this project? We've got a whole lot of issues here. So, unfortunately, it's not the way I want to help everyone, but we're gonna have to draw the line. So, alrighty, we got a lot of work to do today. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao.